All right, this lesson of CorelDRAW is going to be showing you how to create a one color decal or designing using a logo that's only one color, taking it from the internet, bringing it into CorelDRAW, and then cutting it out using the vinyl cutter. And so let's go ahead, open up CorelDRAW, and let's make a new file. And we are going to make a sticker that is a particular size. We're going to choose 6 inches wide, 4 inches tall. So I'll go ahead and click OK, and I can see I've got my workspace all ready to go. The logo that we're going to do, let's take a look at. We want to probably just use a logo that's one color. Okay, so I'm going to type in Iowa Hawkeyes logo. And you can see that it's yellow on black, but really I'm just going to try and use this logo right here. And to get an image into CorelDRAW, all we need to do, just like when I see it over here, I'm just going to right click on it. And I can simply just copy the image. And this works for most of the images that you'll find on Google. Not all, but most. And so let's bring it back over here. We're going to right click and paste. And it comes in at a larger size. That doesn't really matter. I'm not worried about the size right now. But when I zoom in on this, I want you to notice how pixelated this is. Okay, this is a rastered image, and what we're going to do to make a sticker is make it a vectored image. So I want to kind of get lines all around here so that the vinyl cutter can cut those lines. And with a simple logo like this, CorelDRAW can do this in a matter of seconds. So it's pretty cool. Let's go ahead. I'm going to click on the logo. So just left click on it. And there's a button up here once it's selected that says Trace Bitmap. Okay. So when I click on that, I actually have three options. And for this first activity, we are going to just use what's called a Quicktrace. And so when I quick trace it, I want you to notice what happens. Okay. It doesn't really look like anything happened, but when I zoom in, those pixelated lines are gone. In fact, it created another image over the top of my original. So this was my original image right here. I'm just going to shrink it down and put it out of the way. And this is my what is now a vectored image. Now let's think back to text. Okay, text is also vector images. How do I take the color out of that? That's right. We can go over here and we can left click on no fill. So when I left click on no fill, you'd think it disappears, but it's still there. And really what I want to do is just outline it. And remember, outlining can be done with a right click. So there, I've got a right click. Okay. So I've got these lines. I've got this image ready to get cut out. I need to do a few more things here before I'm ready. There's a lot of different entities here, a lot of different lines. There's a rectangle. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 parts of the hawk. There's also some lines here. Those are all currently grouped together. And so with it highlighted, I want to go up to Arrange, and I want to ungroup it. I'm going to ungroup all. And what that lets me do, if I click off of it, what that lets me do is I can click on the rectangle and hit the delete key, and I can get rid of that. And you'll see that each one of these is its own sort of vectored outline. Now, I don't really need this R in here. Most logos have that. I'm going to just click on the outside and delete. Click on the inside, and I'm going to get all that out of there. There we go. Now, I wanted this to be 4x6, and it's pretty darn close. But let's see how we can size a finished drawing or a finished outline to the right size. Right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to group this back together. So arrange and group. And now right here, it tells me what the size of that is. So I could scale it, and you can see that that does increase. Okay. Well, I want this to be 6 inches wide. So I'm just going to put a 6 in here. And when I hit enter, it does proportionately scale down. Now I'm going to undo this, and I want you to notice there's a little lock symbol right here. I want you to notice what happens when I unlock it. Okay. And I change this to 6. Okay. It only changes the width of it and not the height. So what this lock does is it keeps things at their original size proportionately. So I want to make sure that I'm locked in. I want this to be 6, and you'll see that this is pretty much 4x6. It's a little bit less than 4, but that's okay. All right. This is now ready to get cut out with my as a one color sticker.